Before the achievements, before the celebrations, here's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Marilat Sport and Fitness Center here on the campus of Adrian College, the home of the Bulldogs. On this warm for what it has been day, I'd like to welcome you alongside me and my partner, Nate Linder, as we get ready for an MIAA matchup between the visiting Scots of Alma College and the Bulldogs here at home. The last time these two teams met was a little over 2 weeks ago on January 28th in Alma. The Bulldogs fell short in that game with a score of 102-79 in favor of the Scots. Prior to that last matchup, the Bulldogs had won 3 consecutive games against the Scots. With an all-time matchup of 71-101, the Bulldogs have struggled in the past with the Scots team. Nate, what do both teams have to do here today in order to win?
Yeah, well, for Adrian, it starts with paint control. Can the Bulldogs keep Alma out of the lane after giving up 46 points in the paint last time they played, about 2 weeks ago, like you said? We know this Alma team has strong inside presence, and that's where really the Bulldogs lack is their inside physical defense. They're good, have good guard play, but they can really keep them out of the paint. Also is the three-point swing. Alma caught fire late last time, and regression favors Adrian if they contest better. Last time out, Seth Logan only went 1 for 6 from beyond the arc in the game, and that's really proved to be a detrimental role in the Bulldogs' loss. And also free throws. Both teams hover near 70%. Whoever lives at the line wins the free throw margin is going to win this game. Alma, they played inside a lot last game, so they got to the line a decent amount. And also secondary scoring. If Welch and Hintzman get help, that's the difference.
Yeah, both teams definitely got to get hot early. Definitely something that's going to benefit both teams is getting to the line, taking control and getting early points and easy points off of baskets at the line. So definitely something that we're going to want to see early in this game. See if both teams can catch fire early, get this game out to an early lead, and go from there.
Yeah, moving into the last matchup they had, Adrian, they really should not have gotten blown out. They shot a little below average from the field at 36%, right around par at 32% from beyond the arc. They weren't very good at the line. They were 69%, and they went 8 for 13 in the second half. I mentioned Logan's struggles, and Darius Welch was one of the bright spots, 8 for 18 from the field. 4 of them were three-pointers. He had 6 boards for 27 points. But here's the surprising, Mark, is they only had 5 turnovers. How do you get blown out in a game where you only had 5 turnovers?
We'll cover that when we come back as we get ready for the national anthem here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA basketball here on ACTV.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog Mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I can have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going over starting lineups now. Starting first for your Alma College Scots, we have Donovan Collins, Josh Bradley, Corbin Heitzman, Josh Elliott, and Logan St. Martin. Now time for the Bulldogs. We got Darius Welch for the Bulldogs, starting down low, followed by Luke Rager, Seth Logan, Jeremiah Dallas, and rounded out by the freshman Carson Lutz.
Yeah, you mentioned a couple of those guys. Looking at Donovan Collins in last time's game, he went 6 for 12 from field, and all of those were three-pointers. As well as coming off the bench for Alma will be Rain Rodich. He had 19 points in 18 minutes off of the bench, went 6 for 7 from the field, and 7 for 7 at the free throw line. So a couple of starters that we point out, and then a couple of guys off the bench as well. Both of these benches are pretty deep. You'll see each coach probably go about 8 or 9 deep off the bench, and I like to see how the depth plays a part in this game.
Yeah, both teams have a lot of depth, so definitely something that's going to play to both teams' advantages here. Going to see how each team uses their depth and see what advantages they can bring out of the bench here. Getting ready for tip, we have Heitzman and Welch. Tip won by the Scots. Scots trying to get inside early like they tend to do. Back to Bradley up top. Bradley penetrates very well. Logan got a hand up and just knocked it back down off of Bradley. Great defensive hands there by Seth Logan.
Logan just kind of pulled a chair on that one as Bradley was driving in, tried to use the body. And, of course, we cannot continue a game here without having a shot clock issue.
Shot clock never reset.
Every time.
At least once. Lots of pressure here early from the Scots. Welch, Rager, and Lutz working Taylor up top. Great penetration by Lutz and great mid-range jump shot.
Nice control there from Carson Lutz, who just gets to a spot, jump shot, rises up, cashes in.
Yeah, great job just getting penetration. Now Alma's looking to drive down the court, do the exact same thing here as they're working around the top of the key. Trying to use their size down low. Back up top to Bradley. Heitzman follows up the exact same way that Lutz just did.
Right back at you with a mid-range in rhythm. Alma really hasn't gotten a lot going offensively. They just kind of pass and maybe a dribble penetration attempt towards the middle, but they just pass and kick around the edge.
Rager trying to use his speed against Logan St. Martin here. Welch with a three, hand in his face.
Stepped into that one. Thought he maybe had a little happy feet as he nearly traveled. We'll take another look at it here. Kick out by Rager. Gets another assist, and Welch rattles it home. And then an early injury on the Alma side. Looks like it's number 11, Corbin Heitzman, just kind of got caught with someone else's underneath his foot as he came down, turned his ankle.
As we're going to step aside momentarily. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Adrian College TV. Well, good news, Heitzman made it off the court, so Heitzman is getting checked out by the trainers now. So definitely want to see him come back for the Scots. As the Scots work up the floor. Bradley taking point here. Back up top. Elliott this time. Great defense by Jeremiah Dallas, reaching his hand in, just poking it away. Rattled in and out. And Welch gathers the rebound and now pushes up the court. Inside to Dallas. Dallas gets his own rebound off the block. Oh. Alma pushing up the court, trying to play a little patient. Bradley drives, uses the glass.
Nice little floater there off of the glass from Bradley.
Rager pushing down the court now. Up top to Lutz. Great pump fake by Lutz. Rager follows up. Floater around, he drops right in.
Nice runner there. Lutz makes the smart decision, get the pump fake. I'd like to see him actually take the jump shot just outside the right elbow. He's a better shooter than Rager, although Rager gets inside, gets a much higher percentage bucket.
Scott's on the other end of the court now, a little bit of a size advantage down low. As Donovan Collins trying to find Josh Bradley. Bradley and him, a little bit of miscommunication there, just passed it straight out of bounds on the Bulldogs bench.
Yeah, miscommunication indeed. Alma just looks a little out of sorts here after the early takeout from Heinzman. It's a big loss if they can't return him. Over on the side, we kind of see him getting checked out by the trainer, maybe taped up his ankle. Both shoes are off. You can see both of his bare feet.
Bulldogs pushing down the court now. Rager swings it to Welch. Welch drives inside, uses the right hand. Tries to use the glass, can't get it to fall. Scots turn down the court. Fast break bucket for the Scots.
Nice simple give and go there. Easy bounce pass down low to Guzarazi.
Lutz to Welch, Welch to Rager. Rager back to Lutz. Lutz from the top of the key. Money.
Lutz with one of the easier three-pointer shots to make top of the key. Looked a little awkward, but that might just be his form. Bulldogs another lead.
Bradley's down the court now. Dallas pressuring him very well. Little dump off to Donovan Collins. Dallas still right there. Bulldogs doing a great job here, getting pressure defense. Try to get the entrance pass there, just off the hands and off the back. We're going to take a media timeout here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA basketball here on ACTV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 10-8 lead here for the Bulldogs early, so definitely something that they're doing good is getting inside early, getting good baskets, getting high-quality looks. Definitely something they're going to continue to do here.
Yeah, a lot of set shots we've seen. Not a whole lot of something out of control. You know, had the Welch three was set. Lutz had the top of the key three was nice and set, and a couple inside penetrations from Rager. Nice and under control. I'd like to see it. And then on the other side, Alma, they just haven't had a lot of penetration. The last pass off of the turnover there, looking for Gurazi, and then just let them a little bit too far.
Yeah, Bulldogs putting a lot of pressure on the Alma ball handlers, not giving them any space and making them cause mental errors, stuff that they normally wouldn't do. Rager coming down the court now, pushing a little slow. Hands off to Lutz. Lutz to Welch. Welch to Dell. Great ball moving around the key. Logan drives by, right through 3 defenders and off the backboard.
Good take there from Logan, weaving through the defenders.
Now Bradley's drive. Looked like it might have been deflected into the hands of Garza, but
yeah, a bit of an awkward play there. Might have got away with a walk, but the ball ends up with Gurazi and puts it in the back of the net.
Welch's pass deflected. Bradley recovers it. Bradley pushes up to Collins. Collins drives inside. Floater, no good. Welch rips it out of the hands of Gurazi. Pushes down the court, off his foot. Now Donovan Collins pushing back down the court. Dumps it off to Gurazi. Welch coming back down with the goaltend.
Yeah, Welch just kind of forced it there on the offensive end, driving between 2 defenders. Then he comes back and tries to get a block, but the ball was clearly hit the backboard first or near the cylindrical part of the rim. And he gets called for the goaltending, and he'll take a seat now.
Rager and Dallas in the backcourt working together. Rager pushing up the court. A little bit of a speed advantage here for Rager, having Gurazi on him. Now Logan St. Martin using his speed to his advantage. Tries to get a little fade away, no good. Elijah Skies drives inside, dumps it off to Rain Rodich. Rodich working in the far side corner there, pulls it up. Working inside with the mismatch on Rager, it's no good. Kind of jammed it in the side of the iron there. Rager's turn over to Lutz. Lutz to Jeremiah Dallas. Dallas for 3, nobody near him, and no doubt about it.
Yeah, you got to get a hand up. Dallas had plenty of time to catch, collect himself, looked to see he was on the court, knocks it down.
Rodich bringing the ball up the court now, dumps it off to Elijah Skies, across to Logan St. Martin. Again, Bulldogs pressure everywhere. Elijah Skies pull up 3. Dallas with a shove off.
Yeah, really good call there. Saw it from back here as well. Dallas off the rebound. Just a little back push against the Alma player. Bulldogs have a lot of really good perimeter pressure. Anytime a pass goes to someone else on the perimeter, they always have a hand up trying to get some kind of deflection, whether it be a steal or even just a tip pass can always lead to a turnover.
Skies into Gurazi. Back up to Rodich. Rodich working around the top of the key. Kicks it across to Josh Bradley, and a foul on Carson Lutz.
A little bit of a ticky-tack foul there. And I mean, he did kind of, impede his momentum, impede his path on the dribble drive.
Welch read that pass perfectly. Breakaway. Went for the 2-hand slam, missed. Lutz gathers it, goes up for the shot, and gets fouled on the way down.
Good second chance effort there from Lutz to come back on the play as the trailer. I love to see Welch go up and try to jam it. Just missed it, kind of begging for a foul, but luckily Lutz was there to clean it up and then gets the foul called for himself.
Lutz at the line. Misses the first one.
Lutz on the year and phenomenal free throw shooter, 86%. So uncharacteristic here for him to miss one. He makes a second though.
Spot that the Bulldogs struggled with last time and definitely need to capitalize on here today. As Elijah Skies brings the ball up the court. Pick and roll to Gurazi. Gurazi, no one anywhere near him.
That's been there all day here early on in this one. Is they pick and pop. They'll almost fake a screen and then just cut quickly to the basket. You almost have him all the way open as he's just wide open, cutting to the basket.
Rager out to Carson Dell for the corner 3, but no good. Now Josh Bradley bringing it up the court for the Scots. Trying to use that pick and roll again. Jeremiah Dallas right in the face of Rodich. Jump shot no good. Off of Gurazi.
There was Rodich, like we talked about, coming off the bench, and he's definitely going to have to play a big role in this one after Heinzman goes down. I think Rodich, he was one of the leading scorers in last time's contest and only played about half of the game.
Dallas to Lutz. Lutz is going to bring it up for the Bulldogs instead of Dallas. Putting a lot of trust in the freshman. Lutz drives, kicks it back out to Lepper. Lepper penetrates, out to Welch. Welch penetrates, goes up 2 hands off the backboard.
Really strong take there from Darius Welch. Went up and maybe didn't know where he was because he goes up with 2 like he's going to dunk it, but he was well a few feet away from the bucket. Luckily, the mid-air adjustment.
Lutz being pressured by Donovan Collins off the turnover. Great spin by Lutz, just couldn't control it going up with it. Donovan Collins pushing a little too quick. Gives back. Welch to Lutz. Rodich almost got the block. Lutz fought through the contact. Elijah's guys bringing it up now for the Scots. Over to Collins with Lutz right there with him. Mal pass to Sky. Sky gets it in. Garazi tried to spin move, couldn't get it to work. Logan with the steal down to Lepper. Air ball that works as a pass. Welch goes up with it and banks it right in.
Welch just been all over the paint area here. Done a really nice job on both sides of the ball. It started with Welch's steal on the other end.
Logan and Dallas there kind of jumped him and swiped the ball away. Now they're pushing down the court. Logan to Welch, Welch to Lutz. Lutz from the corner, back iron and out. They're going to call another foul on Jeremiah Dallas. As we're going to step aside momentarily, we'll be right back here on ACTV.
Need to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to remind you to stay connected with all the action by following at AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at AdrianCollegeTV today. Coming out of the timeout there, Jeremiah Dallas was hit with a foul. Tried to plead his case, trying to make it seem like it wasn't on him, but
yeah, I think they called that foul because he was pulling the defender down. I thought they were going to call it against Alma because back when I played, I had a similar situation where you were boxing a guy out and you just keep on boxing him out, right? You're frustrated because of the calls going not your way and the bucket's not going your way, but it goes up against Dallas, and I think that's going to be his second already. But just going back to these, Adrian has had a lot of good active hands on the defensive end. They've forced several steals, and there's been a really good job at just getting tips of the ball.
Yeah, Bulldogs doing a great job being active, getting in passing lanes, just causing pressure, trying to get the Scots to make bad passes, trying to force plays to go when they're not there, trying to get them to break plays. This guy brings the ball down the court for the Scots. Lepper right in his face yet again for the Bulldogs. Entrance pass from Alpass. Off the hand of, I believe, Logan.
They thought for sure if Adrian College came down and scored on that last possession, Alma was going to call a timeout instead of waiting for the media.
Sky to inbound for the Scots. Gets it inside to Lance Atkinson. Donovan Collins, a little mid-range jump shot.
Really good move there from Collins. You see his Lepper coming out, and he pump fakes to get him to bite, and then steps in, hit the midi.
Welch and Lutz working up top. Lutz back to Lutz. Lutz to Welch. Welch drives, goes up and gets the foul.
Welch, another aggressive drive in and a strong off of 2 feet, goes up with 2 hands. You really can't get much stronger than that. It's almost impossible for someone to block you without following. And I think it's one of those things sometimes where you discover a move that really works for you and then you just keep doing it, right? You've seen it earlier in the season with Rager. He'll drive in, hit a little spin around, fadeaway shot from just inside the free throw line, and I guess Welch has found his bread and butter now. Is drive in, jump off with 2, go up with 2, and if you're close enough, you can dunk it. And then if you're not close enough, you can still have that mid-air adjustment. You control the ball with 2 hands, and you can throw it off the glass or even just right in the net.
Yeah, definitely got to find what works for you, and Welch doing that here as Welch takes a second free throw off the back rim and out.
Again, free throws going to come down to the wire here.
Elijah Sky bringing the ball up the court for the Scots. Dumps it off to Donovan Collins. Off the foot. Press the Malpass. Malpass over to Bradley. Tries to get the pass into Malpass. Stolen by Seth Logan. Logan pushes up the court. Goes to dump it off to Caden Lepper, but off the thigh of the Scots.
Again, the active hands. Logan saw that pass all the way, picked it off, and then out in transition. He was just about even with his defender. Had Lepper on his right. Tried to go for the pass, knocked off of the knee. Sometimes if you don't have the numbers or you don't have the position, you like to see it just pull it out and work for a possession. Bulldogs only had 2 fast break points in their game against Alma last time out.
Rager working up top with Collins right inside up. Right. They're going to call a reach on Donovan Collins on Rager's drive attempt.
Yeah, just kind of that hand check call, just holding him up just a little bit. Only his first, so he's doing all right. Still update on Heinzman. He's just sitting over there on the athletic table with tape on his ankle, so most likely going to be out.
There's another foul, this time going against Malpass.
That's Scott's 4th foul already, just about over halfway into the first half, so not too bad of a pace. I mean, he picked up 2 in 1 possession.
Rager working up top, dumps off to Welch. Welch back to Rager. Rager penetrates, kicks it out to Van Lenningham. Van Lenningham penetrates. Down low to Caden Lepper. Lepper with lots of space, just couldn't get the ball. As Bradley brings up the court for the Scots now. Gets it across the Sky. Sky get double for a second. Atkinson down low to Malpass. Mishandled a little bit. Out to Bradley. Bradley drives in. Keep kicking around the key. Malpass for 3. Long. Welch with the rebound. Rager bringing up the court now for the Bulldogs. Rager penetrates, spins, out to Van Lanningham. Van Lanningham for 3. Money!
Good shot there from Van Lanningham, and a really good contest from Josh Bradley, but Van Lanningham knew he was going to shoot it and hit the 3.
Elijah Sky working up the court. A little bit of miscommunication there from the Bulldogs defensively. Good hands by Lepper. Lepper goes after the loose ball. Gets it out to Josh Bradley. Bradley off 2 feet. Good move by Josh Bradley there.
Yeah, but I like the defensive effort there from the Bulldogs. Lepper on the outside using the hand closest to the ball. That is how you get deflections there. Don't try to reach with across your body. Just put the left hand out there and you get a tip without even knowing it.
Welch using his size to advantage. Goes up with a little mid-range jumper there from the corner.
One of Welch's bread and butter, the baseline J from about 15 to 17 feet out.
Elijah Sky working against Seth Logan. Welch jumps the screen. Down low. Size disadvantage there for Logan. Not a whole lot he can do against Atkinson.
Alma can exploit that every single time. Every time that the Scott is going to come up instead of ball screen, the Bulldogs are looking to double the ball handler. So as soon as they do that, the post is going to slip down towards the key and look to get a quick bucket.
Good move by Logan. Lepper tried to get the rebound, just couldn't stay on his feet. Elijah Sky bringing the ball up the court now for the Scots. Passing midcourt line. Working against Rager. Fakes the screen. Passes out to Josh Bradley. Josh Bradley could not handle it. As we will be right back as we have another media timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog basketball here on ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7 minutes out here in the first half. Bulldogs are up 28-20. Bulldogs doing a great job here early, playing good aggressive defense, not getting a whole lot of fouls. 3 here so far in the first. Definitely something you like to see, especially in that last game, having 18 fouls throughout the game. Definitely trying to play a little bit cleaner here and trying to get something going early.
Well, yeah, they've played a tremendous job on defense. It's a controlled, aggressive defense. They forced Alma to have 8 turnovers in this game already, and Adrian has only 2. And like you said, Bulldogs only had 3 fouls. That's crazy to think when you've had all of those kind of active hands that we've seen on a defensive end. The Bulldogs only accumulated 3 fouls.
Yeah, Bulldogs doing a great job getting in passing lanes, reading passes out of the hand, reading cutters, just doing everything they can to try and limit any ball movement inside, especially with that size advantage that the Scots have.
Yeah, I think especially going into halftime, maybe even this little bit of time we have left here, Alma knows that, like I said before the break here, their offense has a spot that they can exploit the Bulldogs defense. When they come out to set the ball screen, Bulldogs double, and they can slip to the basket.
Van Lanningham up top with the ball. Kicks it across to Rager. Rager with the jab step. Goes to kick it out, but a foul.
Oh, these refs are calling some ticky-tack fouls here. Just a little arm bar as Rager was dribble penetrating.
Yeah, very touchy game so far. Not able to be very physical so far. Loots out to Logan. Logan from the corner for 3.
Yeah, you can't leave him open. One of the best shooters in MIAA, Seth Logan, done a really good job getting open on that inbounds play and put the Bulldogs up double digits.
Josh Bradley working against Rager. Josh Bradley drives against Rager, goes up against 2 and gets to fall.
Nice finish going across the lane. Cam Jones-like, just with the right hand, is Bradley.
Welch working against Logan St. Martin, kicks over to Rager. Rager waiting for something to develop, over to Lutz. Lutz drives, had a shot. Welch with a step back, tries to go through. Lutz from deep, no good, off the back iron and out. Alma pushing the ball now. Bradley against Rager, and a foul going up.
Tough foul there. Both guys going up. It was pretty straight up defense by both Rager. Just jumped straight up, but he caught the body on the inside as Bradley hits the deck. Both guys are up, but a little shaken up.
Yeah, Rager shaking that right arm. Not something you want to see out of Rager as he's right-handed. So it's a shooting hand, so want to see if that impacts his ability to shoot the ball here going into the remainder of this game. First free throw from Bradley is good.
Yeah, they're going to keep Rager in there. Kind of surprised at that one. You can see he's kind of shaken up, but you need the ball handler in there. You need the point guard to kind of make things happen. Although you have about 4 other guards that you can go to. You got Lutz, Van Lanningham just checked in, and then Seth Logan as well.
Also have Jeremiah Dallas that can handle the ball very well.
Well, he's on the bench, so.
Lutz to Welch. Welch to Van Lanningham. Van Lanningham over to Logan. Back to Rager. Rager spins out of the corner. Works it back over to Logan. Logan from the corner. Money from Logan yet again.
Well, the corner 3 is just a little shorter than everywhere else on the floor. We thought when he had the quick release, maybe he didn't get enough on it because it was really quick. He didn't get a lot of bend in the knees, but he put it home.
Bradley working against Rager inside. Tried to get the floater to go. No good. Welch pushes up to Van Lanningham. Van Lanningham and 1.
Tough bucket out there in transition. Welch, the leading bounce pass. And Van Lanningham to finish. Just a beautiful jump bounce pass. Gets the finish, fights through the contact. And that's a big momentum shift. Bulldogs up 12 now.
Bulldogs doing a great job finishing with physicality here so far, and that's definitely something we want to see. Get them to the line, get some free throws, get some of them easy buckets that they can capitalize on.
Yeah, this will only be the 5th free throw on the day for the Bulldogs. 2 for 4 just far. 3 for 5.
Bradley will bring the ball up the court now for the Scots. Still working against Rager. Rager fights through the screen. Welch drops over for Logan St. Martin. Back up to Logan St. Martin. Loses the ball for a moment. Over to Donovan Collins. Back over to Logan St. Martin. Foot was on the line.
It's just tremendous how good this Bulldog defense is. The perimeter pressure. I don't think the Alma Scots got the ball inside of 15 feet on that possession.
Yeah, Bulldogs doing a great job keeping the ball outside of the paint, knowing that they have that size disadvantage. Rager to Lutz, Lutz to Welch, over to Van Lanningham, back to Logan, inside to Welch. Welch with a little bit of a size advantage here against Donovan Collins. Goes up through him, gets the foul called.
Yeah, good call. Welch knew he had the height advantage there over Donovan Collins, so he's just trying to create a little bit of separation so that way he can get a shot off, and then Collins did not give him room to land, and that's an easy call for the official.
Welch will now go to the line to shoot two. Gets the first one to go.
With all this inside pressure that the Alma Scots are lacking, you have to wonder what it would have been different if Corbin Hintzman would be in. I mean, 6'7", junior, and he would have been a huge factor in this one if they could get some kind of inside pressure just to kind of post him up on the block. Even if you can't get a whole lot going, you know you can try to just get a pass in there and let him go to work. But unfortunately, he's out, and the Scots got to come up with something else.
Yeah, definitely would like to have that inside pressure. That way you can make them think about it at least and then open your shooters up later in the game. Bradley working against Lutz. Drives inside, out to Logan St. Martin. Across to Elijah Skies. Over to Tyron Griffin. Tries to kick it back out. Good hands by Logan. Logan on the fast break. Over to Lutz. Lutz take command on this possession. Lutz fights up through Elijah Skies. Can't get it to go. Tries to get the rebound. Can't do anything against Logan St. Martin. Skies will bring him to court now. Working against Van Lanningham. Fakes the screen. Drives inside. Kicks it back out from the corner. Off the front rim. Rager goes up for the rebound. Logan up to Lutz. Golton. Good either way. As we'll step aside for another media timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog basketball here on ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ready to explore your Adrian future? Scholarship Day lets admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu/admission/visit-campus/scholarship day. Still have Scholarship Day on February 21st, March 21st, and April 18th. Bulldogs doing a great job here early, playing very active defense, getting hands in lanes, playing with great court awareness as well. Up 16 against the Scots. Bulldogs doing a great job here early. Definitely want to see them continue to pull ahead in this game, put it out of reach for the Scots, and pull away in this game.
Yeah, that has been the name of the game so far, is the Bulldogs defense. Looking at the stats, they have 11 points off of turnovers against Alma, and we'll see how many turnovers Alma has. They have 11 already, and not even at the end of the first half. This is two teams, like I said, Bulldogs only had 5 turnovers in the game last time, and Alma only had 5 turnovers in the game last time. So clearly the strategy was to go in and say, hey, we need to be more active on defense and force some turnovers.
Yeah, a huge turnaround for the Bulldogs defense from the last game, having 5 turnovers from the Alma Scots to this game already having 11. Bulldogs playing a little full court pressure now. See if the Scots can break it. Elijah Skies bringing it up, kicks it across to Josh Bradley. Josh Bradley to the corner. Missed a travel there in the corner. Bulldogs bench caught it, just couldn't get it called. Rager will bring it up the court now. Rager to Welch. Welch to Lutz. Back to Welch. Welch will drive back to the baseline. Pushing through Elijah Skies. Tries to go up through contact, just couldn't get it to go. And the foul called on Welch.
Yeah, one of those fouls just 90 feet from the basket. He's just had his hand in the cookie jar too much as Skies was trying to get it out.
Josh Bradley will bring it up this time for the Scots instead of Elijah Sky. Bradley working against Rager, now against Lutz to the corner. Logan in the corner as well. Welch on Logan St. Martin, trying to bully through Darius Welch. Lost the ball for a moment. Recovers, underhand layup against the backboard.
Nice job there from Logan St. Martin to fight through the contact. Got the ball taken away from him, but he recovers and extends to the opposite side where Welch couldn't block it.
Lutz to Logan. Logan with the head fake. Lost the ball momentarily. Back over to Lutz. Lutz with a quick jab step. Off the backboard. And one for Carson Lutz yet again.
Nice, second and one of the day. Really good take there off of the pump fake. Alma's been biting on those a lot. Nearly runs into his own defender, but then goes to the bucket. Two help side defenders from Alma come in and gets the foul.
If you're the Bulldogs, this is exactly what you want to see out of Carson Lutz, especially being a freshman.
Yeah,
showing the trust that you have in him and him living up to that expectation.
Yeah, Lutz didn't play a whole lot early on in the year, but ever since conference play started, he's been quite a staple here for Adrian College. Played an average 26 minutes a game since we started MIAA play.
Elijah Sky working against Van Lanningham, now against Welch inside to Logan St. Martin. Little spin move, sky hook, no good. Rager pushing the ball up the court now. Almost looked like they were going to double team Rager. Welch for three, off the back rim and out. Scott's trying to push the ball up the court quickly. Little jump shot there from Elijah Skies, right over the hand of Darius Welch.
Well, that's what you need here for Alma. You got to go on a little run in the last minute here of the first half. It starts with just getting an easy bucket.
Lutz working around up top. Lutz inside. Gets into the paint. Kicks it out to Van Lanningham. Van Lanningham with a head fake. Back over to Seth Logan. Seth Logan from the top of the key. Just a little left. Great job by Welch getting back over there to get the board. Keep it in play. Over to Lutz. Lutz penetrates. Kicks out to Rager. Rager goes left. Kicks out to Lutz. Lutz drives. Lutz goes up and under. Just couldn't get the fall. Elijah Sky bringing it up now for the Scots. Working against Carson Lutz. Now against Welch. Elijah Skies for three, just off the front rim short.
Yeah, he thought he had the hot hand after making the mini, but psyched and no good.
Timeout for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs doing a great job here, trying to kill a little bit of the clock. That way the Scots don't have the ability to get a couple quick shots here, trying to limit as much point potential for the Scots as possible.
Yeah, well, it's a use it or lose it timeout here for Adrian College going into the second half. Neither team has taken a timeout so far in this game, and I like the idea for Adrian College. You know, you got one more possession here, up 13. If you can get a good bucket and kind of just keep Alma Scots down, it's a good look going into the second half.
Yeah, Bulldogs trying to cook something up here to extend their lead going into the half. Trying to beat the Scots mentally, trying to make them think about what the Bulldogs might do here.
And I think coming out, they probably drew something up as you see Tim Kaiser got the board right there. Probably get some kind of three-point shot. Maybe Seth Logan or even Van Lanningham could put one up. Or you can get Carson Lutz going to the bucket. He's been hot here today. The team leading 13 points off of 5 field goals, only one of them being a three-pointer.
Rager dribbling it out up top for a little bit of the shot clock. Seth Logan with the screen. Rager through contact. As the Bulldogs are now in bonus. So Rager will be shooting 1-1 here.
Yeah, either way, if they call that on the ground or in the air, still going to be shooting, just depending on how many.
Rager's first attempt here. Gets the first one to go.
I would not be surprised if we see Alma call a timeout after this free throw attempt, just to set something up, and you got to use it before the second half.
Rager gets the second one to go, as Lepper will check in for Van Lanningham. No timeout from the Scots. Just going to push the ball with Bradley, and now they call the timeout.
You were saying?
Getting the ball across half court to have a little better position out of the timeout.
Could have prefaced it, said, oh, they're going to get across half court and then call the timeout, so they can get it in the front court there. I think for Alma, down 15, got to draw something up here to end the half. Maybe one of three, but you don't need one, obviously. So I think you just try to get your best open look. You can exploit that, pick and roll action where you set a ball screen and then have the big guy dive to the hoop and either look to him, or if the Bulldogs help side on one of the help defenders, you can kick it to the shooter in the wing.
Yeah, just use your size to your advantage. You know you have a height advantage inside, especially off the pick and roll. The point guard's going to usually fall off with the big, and you're going to have a size advantage inside and be able to use that. Elijah Sykes is going to inbound. Out to Bradley. Bradley working against Lepper. A lot of pressure here from Lepper. As Lepper will foul. Not sure why he went to the foul there.
It didn't really seem like the coaches were too upset about it. I mean, you had a foul to give, but it's the first half. Alma really wasn't having much set going offensively.
Lutz working against Bradley now. Kicking out to Elijah Sykes. Back inside. There's Welch with the block to end the half. Great first half here from the Bulldogs. 45 in the first half. Playing great defense. Doing exactly what you need to do in order to pull ahead early. Have great momentum going into the half. Definitely going to think that head coach Tim Kaiser is going to be pretty happy about this first half from his team.
Yeah, just an outstanding first half. Offensively, you put up 45 points, and that is just an amazing number to have. And then to limit your defense, to have your defense only give up 30 points and only on 6 fouls. I mean, you forced 11 turnovers there in the first half, and it was just a great job to see the Bulldogs have active hands left and right, and what Alma has not been doing is I'm seeing on multiple occasions where the Bulldogs would dribble drive and Alma defenders would have their hands down and they really wouldn't have any kind of contest until the Bulldogs go up and shoot a shot and then they would foul them. Alma ended with 19 fouls, at a couple of and ones there for Adrian College, so really good momentum heading into the second half.
Yeah, Bulldogs definitely going to come out of the second half hot. Definitely going to want to see them coming out, continue to shoot the ball well, continue to drive, continue to work inside, and continue to be physical. Bulldogs doing a great job of that here early. Like to see them continue to use Welch inside, using his height, while also still having the shooters outside, including Welch, Logan, Lutz, and Rager. Make the Scots think about what you're going to do. Make it to where they don't know what you're going to do, whether you drive, kick, drive, shoot, drive, pull-up jumper. You never know. Just let that live in the back of their mind.
Yeah, Bulldogs have a lot of depth here. They can go any which way, whether it be, like you said, Welch inside or you got the shooters outside as well. Team leaders in minutes right now is Darius Welch and Seth Logan have 19 minutes played, so they've hardly sat at all. And then Lutz leads the team in points. He's got 13 of them, 5 for 10 from the field, 1 3-pointer and 2 free throws, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal, and a foul. So almost every category has been filled for Carson Lutz. He's been all over the floor, really just doing a nice job on the defensive end as well. And Welch has done a really nice job on the defensive end. He's been active hands and culminating in that last block there to end the half.
Yeah, Bulldogs defense playing aggressive but safe at the same time. Not getting too physical, not getting too aggressive or overcommitting. They're reading passes, reading lanes, just playing smart basketball, doing what you need to do in order to jump out to a commanding lead early as they have, up 15 going into the half. So definitely want to see them continue to play the way that they are going into the second half.
Yeah, just a testament to their defense. They forced 4 turnovers against Donovan Collins, who's one of the leading point scorers in their last matchup back in January. And no one has reached double figures here for Alma. The leader is Josh Bradley. He's got 8 points and 3 for 5 shooting, only 2 free throws. He's also lit up the categories. Bradley got 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 fouls, and 3 turnovers, all that in 18 minutes. So it's been very top-heavy here for Alma. They're really not scoring a whole lot between the guys. You have 8 points and 6 points from Gurazi. And then other than that, I think Alma, you got the one stop that you know you can exploit, right? You have the dribble drive, or excuse me, the pick and roll, right? Set up ball screen and then slip the guy to the basket.
And on top of that, you can fake the pick and roll, have him slip the screen, dribble drive, dribble kick. There's many different ways you can build off of that knowledge, just letting it live in the Bulldogs' mind that you have multiple different attack points out of that one set, and keep that in their mind. That way they can't get too comfortable, can't keep jumping lanes. So definitely something that they want to continue to do is vary their sets, vary their looks off of the same set.
Yeah, and they've shot fine from the field. I mean, they're 56% from the field. The problem is they've been 0 for 4 from deeps, and that's really been the issue. And they haven't got to the line nearly as much as they did last time. Only 2 free throws attempted here in the first half. So I think they just got to hit a couple more threes to get back in this game. I mean, you're down 15, so if you can get like 3 threes in the first before the immediate timeout, that would be a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely want to come out hot for the Scots. Get back into this coming out of the second half. As we're getting ready to step aside for the remainder of the half here. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA basketball here on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree, or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog Mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting ready to start the second half. Bulldogs up 15. Came out hot in that first half. Shot the ball very well, played defensively very well. Definitely something that they're going to want to continue here in the second half.
Now, you're not kidding. They had a great first half. I'm looking at the stats. I didn't even see their three-pointer attempts. They're 6 for 11 from beyond the arc, 54%. To go along with 50% from the field, 16 for 32. And they've gotten to the line a decent amount, 7 for 10. They are at the line, so I'd like to clean up that a little bit. And surprisingly, you pointed out to me, Dakota, is that Alma is actually out-rebounding Adrian College. How do you think that's happening?
Bulldogs are just shooting way more than the Scots are, and Scots are able to use their size to their advantage down low and get the boards off of the defensive possessions, and Bulldogs aren't having as many shot attempts against them to be able to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the Bulldogs have a lot of perimeter guys that play around the perimeter, and every time they put a shot up, they don't have anyone down there on the post. Maybe it's Welch, but he's often sometimes the guy shooting it, so not a whole lot of offensive rebounds to be had. Not a lot of offensive rebounds either way. Bulldogs with 2, Scots with 1.
Yeah, most of the rebounds are coming from the defensive end, so usually what you see, but definitely like to see more offensive boards, especially in a game like this. Bulldogs going back to Lutz. Lutz to Welch. Welch to Rager. Back out to Welch. Fakes the handoff. Had a little separation. Lutz drives. Slips and falls. And travel is called.
That's the right call. Ref almost second-guessed himself. But this first 4 minutes, this first segment of the second half is going to be really important to decide which way we're going to go. Are the Alma Scots going to come back in this one and make it a game? Or can Adrian College kind of hit the knockout punch and put this one away?
Dallas working against Bradley. Bradley isolated up top. Now off to Donovan Collins. Collins working around. Good hands by Lutz. Thought it went off of Sykes' hands. Just not low enough to be able to do that.
Again, those active hands. Lutz just gets a fingertip on it.
Out to Elliott, over to Bradley. Working against Welch now. Drives. Little give fake up to Dallas. Dallas pushes up the court. Had a little bit of a lane, not a whole lot. Kicks it out to Logan. Over to Welch. Welch with a little bit of penetration. Down to that far corner, out to Lutz. Lutz with a head fake. Drives, goes up through, gets fouled.
Yeah, good call there. St. Martin had the right idea. He went up straight to start and then just came down right there. And that's what caused the foul. Easy call for the referee, and you can see the coach, Fitzpatrick, on the other end, just holding his arm straight up, say, hey, just you got to keep straight up. You can't come down on him.
Lutz gets the first one to go. Bulldogs coming out, doing exactly what we talked about before break, coming out, still playing aggressive inside, going up through contact and getting to the line. As Lutz nails the second one as well, extending the lead to 15 for the Bulldogs. Sykes bringing the ball up now. Tried to use the screen, slid a little bit, right through the hands of Welch. Donovan Collins, pass stolen by Lutz. Lutz goes up too high off the glass. Donovan Collins gathers the board, kicks it over to Sykes. Sykes pushing, slows it down, dumps it back off to Collins, inside to Bradley. Great up and under.
Yeah, really good play there to fight through the contact. Rager kind of had his hand on Bradley's hip, but he fights through it in a little floating away shot while he hits the deck.
Lutz to Dallas. Dallas back to Lutz. Lutz working around the key over to Dallas. Dallas shoots for three, just short. And Scott's pushing up now. Sykes against Lutz. Drops the shoulder, calls the charge.
Well, it was very surprising that the opposite corner referee called the charge. You can see the referee on the near baseline had his hand up. He was going to call something. I think it is the right call. I don't know, actually. Maybe the baseline referee almost had his second hand up to call a block.
That one's one that could probably go either way. Rager drives inside, kicks it out to Logan. Logan drives, goes up from an awkward angle. Possession Bulldogs.
Yeah, I thought Logan for sure got hit on the elbow on that shot. Neither referee must have seen it. Maybe just a little makeup call on the last one.
Dallas inbound for the Bulldogs.
We have a foul before the inbound against St. Martin.
Dallas on the inbound. Not sure what exactly happened. Bradley drives down the court, gets to go high off the glass. Lutz pushing for the Bulldogs now. Kicks it to Dallas. Dallas working inside. Spins around, kicks it out to Logan. Logan wide open. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
A really good find there from Jeremiah Dallas to find Logan out on the wing. Put the Bulldogs up 14.
As we'll have a quick timeout here. We'll step aside. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog basketball here on ACTV.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Don't miss Chase Matthew live at Adrian College on March 21st at 7 p.m. for our spring concert. It's free for all Adrian College students, and tickets are available now at adriancollege.hometownticketing.com. That's March 21st, Chase Matthew at Adrian College. We're holding it down. Right before that timeout, Jeremiah Dallas found Seth Logan, far side corner there. Seth Logan left wide open. That's just something that you cannot do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Alma, you got to know where he is at all times. One of the better shooters in the land. And there's a really good pass there from Jeremiah Dallas. He was caught underneath the basket on the block and was able to step through and find Logan out on the wing, and a good hit from Logan. it's kind of surprising that head coach Tim Kaiser decided to call a timeout there. I mean, you're winning by 14. Media timeout coming up fairly soon. And with only 2 left, I mean, you'd like to think that your team can just, keep the lead and you don't have to use them down the stretch. But we'll see how they move forward with it. Maybe he didn't see something he didn't like.
Also might have just been giving his guys a little bit of extra breath there. Try and get them a little bit of breathing and just get a little bit of their legs back to where they could be. Sykes bringing the ball off the court. Trying to use that pick and roll. Nothing there. Sykes against Welch. Drives inside, kicks it back out to Bradley. Bradley drives this time, goes up through contact. This is going to be on Jeremiah Dallas. It'll be his third.
Yeah, his third and the team's first of the second half. Kind of hooked him right there at the end. I like how he does it and then puts his hands up. He's like, what? On me?
Bradley gets the first of 2 to go. As Lepper will check in for Dallas. Bradley couldn't get the second one to go. Comes in, tries to get his own rebound off of Bradley. A little bit of heavy contact there underneath.
Yeah, very heavy contact. It looked like Welch fell on top of Logan St. Martin, and both bodies hit the ground. Rager also came in on the left. Basketball's a physical sport, man.
And those are 2 very large individuals hitting the floor simultaneously. Definitely not somebody that you'd want to be in front of. Ball inbounded to Rager. Rager working against Donovan Collins. Gets to the half-court line. Gives it to Welch. Back out to Rager. Rager to the baseline. Inside. Tries to go up through the contact. Kicks it out. Nobody there. Up to Sykes. Sykes working against Logan. Logan and Welch trap him down underneath. Welch backs off. Out to Martin. Josh Bradley tried to go hit the little mid-range floater there. Couldn't get to go. Lepper to Welch. Welch pushes for the Bulldogs. Over to Rager. Rager drives. Gives a little bit of separation. Gets the mid-range floater to go.
Yeah, nice job there from Luke Rager. Just using the body, create a little separation with the bump, and then go up and score.
Sykes against Lutz. Went for a double screen there. Out to Bradley, back to Sykes. Sykes for 3. Didn't even see the net move.
Good looking stroke there from Elijah Sykes. Trying to get the Scots back into this one. I think this first 3-pointer that Alma has made today.
Rager kicks it to Welch. Welch over to Lutz. Back to Welch. Welch working against Logan St. Martin. Out to Rager. Rager just short. Lepper with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Rager for another opportunity. Back to Lepper. Lepper for 3 this time. Short off the side rim. Pass up to Sykes. Sykes can't get it to go. With a very late whistle against Caden Lepper.
Wow, what a late whistle. It might have been a little swipe there, but how did you not call it right away? I mean, he hit him before he went up, and then you call it after he misses.
We'll step aside there with that foul for a media timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Adrian College Television.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just under 15 and a half minutes here to go in the second half. Bulldogs up 12. Scots are going to go to the line, though, on a very late whistle. Possibly could have gone no call, but either way, Scots going to the line, trying to draw this game a little closer.
Yeah, very late indeed. Lepper he did swipe at the arm a little bit off of Sykes, but then the ball went up after the initial hit, rolled around the rim, came off, and then Welch picks it up and Then the ref decides to call a foul, so we'll be heading the line, a chance to cut it back to 10. And I think this first segment, like we talked about at the beginning of the half, is very important. I think Alma has kept themselves in the ball game here.
Yeah, Alma came out a little hotter than they did in the first half, playing a little more physical than they did, driving inside, using their inside leverage to their advantage, and trying to get to the line as much as possible. The Sykes will be shooting 2 coming out of the timeout. See if he can shorten this lead from the Bulldogs. Gets the first one to go. Does the same on the second.
Yes, clutch there from Sykes. 87% from the line on the year.
Scott's with a little full court man pressure here. Luke Rager waving everybody off. Screen from Welch. Welch over to Lutz. Lutz across the top of the key, back to Welch. Welch drives against St. Martin, dumps it down to Lepper, out to Rager. Rager for 3, wide left, and off of Logan St. Martin's shoulder.
Yeah, bad looking shot there from Rager. Had another 3-point opportunity on the other side. Might have been a little worried about the closeout coming from the Scott. He almost snuck under him.
Inbound to Lutz, Lutz to Rager. Rager to Welch with 4 on the shot clock. Welch for 3, no good. Logan and Lepper, a little bit of miscommunication. Both of them went for the board.
Yeah, I like the effort, though. Both guys going towards the basket for the offensive board, and we haven't had a lot of offensive boards on either side, so I really like to get them involved. And now here comes Alma, chance to cut it double digits.
Bradley working against Rager. Rager cuts across the front of the screen, kicks over to Sykes. Sykes with a step back 3, no good. Bradley with the save, threw it off of Logan's leg.
Now you can feel the momentum turning here in Alma's favor. Sykes a little chuck happy there. Step back, thought he had it, but it was well short.
Has another foul against Lepper.
Yeah, his third and the team's third of the second half. We might see Lepper hit the bench now with 3, although I don't think Tim Kaiser would be opposed to Lepper fouling out. You know, it's not a great luxury out there as opposed to someone else.
Somebody you'd like to have for killing minutes. St. Martin over to Bradley. Bradley to Sykes, with screen across. Sykes with a little turnaround, dumped inside to St. Martin. Back over to Bradley. Bradley tries to go up against Welch. Luke Rager with the board. Slows it down, kicks it up to Lutz. Lutz had Seth Logan in the corner. Lutz gets blocked and off of the Scots.
Yeah, a lot of contact going both ways on the drive from Alma, and then again there from Lutz. Bulldogs desperately need a bucket here. They got to push this thing back up to double digits.
Yeah, Bulldogs definitely have to get something going here, especially early in the second half. As an errant pass by Welch into the bench.
Yeah, it's not the kind of sign you want. You had Lutz wide open on the block, and Welch with an errant throw goes out of bounds.
Sykes bringing up past half court, working against Lutz, now against Welch. Kick inside, nowhere close to the basket. Lutz pushes, drives inside, spin move, kicks out to Dallas. Dallas to Rager. Rager calling for a screen from Welch. Welch working inside. Welch drives through and fouled on the way up.
Another strong drive there from Darius Welch, just getting inside on left wing, and there Garazi just gets caught across the elbow there. A tough call there, but Welch head back to the line. This is what the Bulldogs need. Just need to slow it down, put some points up on the board.
Yeah, Welch doing a great job attacking inside, catching Garazi off balance a little bit, drove underneath him, and went up and under. Welch misses the first one a little long off the back rim and out. This is where the Bulldogs struggled last time against the Scots and struggling a little bit again here today.
Yeah, they were 8 for 13 in the second half in the game against Alma last time.
Seth Logan was wanting to take a second look at that. Couldn't get Tim Kaiser to bite.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I mean, even if you do take a look at it, it's going to be tough to overturn it.
Sykes working against Lutz. Almost lost handle on the ball. Little pull-up jumper. Free throw line, can't get it to go. Rolled around the rim and out. Rager pushing up the court now. Rager gets a screen from Welch. Had a Welch on the pick and pop. Kicks out to Seth Logan. Seth Logan, heat check is good. Scott's pushing the ball up the court quickly now. Over to Josh Bradley, working against Lutz. Inside, basket no good.
Good crossover there from Rodich, just couldn't get the little floater to go.
Rager working against Rodich. Try to get the size disadvantage there for the Bulldogs. Back over to Logan. Logan a little long that time. Welch with the board, over to Lutz. Lutz drives. Left hand, no good. Seth Logan with the board. Second chance effort is good.
Logan getting the offensive board, not usually what you see. But a really nice job there, trying to fire his team up. The bat leads back up to 15.
Sykes drives inside. Jeremiah Dallas almost got his hand on it. Working against Josh Bradley. Bradley inside. Tried to get a little separation. Can't get it to go. Luke Rager gets shoved onto the ball. I believe that foul is going to be on Sykes.
It looks like, yes, it will be Elijah Sykes. His third. Oh, he takes a seat. Alma looking to apply a couple little full court pressure here. You can tell the Bulldogs have just been a little out of sorts. They're not clean on their passes as of late.
Yeah, Bulldogs getting a little sloppy here. Got to clean it up a little bit, try and get their passes a little crisper, trying to make sure you read your cutters a little better.
Yeah, up to 5 turnovers on the night.
Oh, Lutz with the power move, tried to go up and through, just couldn't get to go. Bradley working against Dallas, over to Rodich. Now working against Dallas. Great cut by Bradley, two-handed up and in.
Yeah, a good backdoor cut there off of Rodich on the side, nearly lost his footing.
Watch the Lutz. Lutz with the ball handling here. Rager getting Dallas to cut across. Rager drives in. Kicks it to Welch at the free throw line. Kicks it inside to Lutz off the backdoor cut.
Really good find there as Lutz just kind of found a hole in the defense as Alma lost track of him. Easy bucket on the right block.
Jackson Duramu now working against Dallas. Inside to Grozzi. Grozzi against Welch. Left hand hook, no good.
A little bit too out of control there. He spun all the way around before he even wanted to make a spot there. He spun more than he traveled forward in distance.
And then Welch heard Wolf, turned around, tried to pass it off, couldn't get it in to go. And with that, we'll step aside for immediate timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog basketball here on ACTV.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coming back out of that media timeout, Bulldogs up 15 again after the Scots had cut the lead down to 10. Bulldogs starting to get the ball to shots to fall a little bit yet again. Scots did a great job early getting shots to fall, just cooled off a little bit here. Definitely want to see them heat back up and try and claw their way back into this game if you're the Scots. For the Bulldogs, just keep playing good, clean defense and keep getting in the passing lanes, keep having active hands.
Yeah, for Alma, it was a good start to the second half. I mean, they cut it to within 10, and then after a couple of errors, and Adrian College hit a couple of three-pointers there by Seth Logan, and a couple offensive rebounds, easy buckets, and leads back up to 15.
Elliott working against Seth Logan. Now Rodich against Lutz. Inside to Jermu, couldn't handle it. Back out to Logan St. Martin. Over to Elliott. Elliott for three. Deep three is good from Josh Elliott.
Well, Elliott, one step in the right direction there for the Scots. We're going to need a couple more of those. They want to climb back into this thing.
Jeremiah Dallas working up the court now for the Bulldogs against Jermu. Drives against him. Goes up and through the contact. Foul against number 10, Josh Bradley.
Yeah, tough foul there. Saw the lane, so Bradley comes across, goes for the block. Just really tough to contest that without fouling or without making it too easy of a bucket for Dallas.
Especially kind of coming from underneath the basket as a help side defender. Now Dallas for two. Gets the first one to go. Dallas for a second. Gets it to go as well. So Bulldogs lead back up just a little bit. Still got a little bit more pulling to do in order to get that three back, but definitely a good step. Rodich against Logan. Welch tried to jump the pass, wasn't there. Lutz, however, jumps it. Jermu recovers. Jermu drives. Pass, can't get it to go. Logan St. Martin a little upset about that call. Thought stayed in bounds long enough, but didn't. Rager against Jermu. Rager puts on the brakes, kicks it to Welch. Hand off to Rager. Rager for three. Nothing but net.
Nice confidence boost there from Luke Rager after missing the first two three-point attempts. He gets one there for himself. More towards the top of the key. That's more of his shot.
Yeah, definitely starting to heat up here for the Bulldogs. Jeremiah Dallas slips a little, turn around. I don't know if that was more of a skill shot or a luck shot, but gets it to fall either way.
Well, probably not the first time he shot that kind of shot. At least definitely in practice. Josh Elliott comes to turn around three.
Welch answers back immediately with a midline jumper.
A long mid-range there from Welch. She's just such a good stroke there.
St. Martin against Welch, out to Rodich. Rodich against Lutz. Lutz gives him a little bit of a bump. Gets the foul called, looking for a travel.
Yeah, that one is going to go against Carson Lutz, his second. Only the team's fourth. Let's see if they put it on the board. Yeah, I think it is fourth. So despite Bulldogs, like we said in the first half, they're aggressive on defense, but they really don't foul a lot.
Yeah, doing a great job just having clean hands. Long outlet pass to Elliott over to Donovan Collins. Donovan Collins working against Seth Logan, drives in. Another foul. Looking for goaltend.
It was tough to look at. The ball was going up, and then as it was coming down, Welch smacked the backboard, which is what the coach over there is adamant about. He did smack the backboard and maybe rattled the rim just a little bit, that the ball bounced off of it.
Donovan Collins gets the first to go. Coach over there still pleading his case.
Yeah, he's had a couple of things go against him. His team has committed more fouls as well as a couple of goaltending calls similar to that.
Collins gets a second to go. Dallas over to Rager. Rager working up the court. Scott's backing off a little bit instead of playing full court like they have been. Rager to Welch. Welch back to Rager. Rager drives. Gets it to fall. Got the shooter's bounce.
Yeah, a bit of a lucky shot there. Kind of took off from further than he thought and picked up his dribble from about 12 feet out.
Bradley now up top, working against Jeremiah Dallas. Thought about kicking it out. Just kicks it inside to Logan St. Martin, working against Welch. Bullies Welch back and gets to go.
Really good play there from St. Martin to just get inside, use the body. He's got the weight advantage against Welch, so he just creates a little separation and goes to work.
We'll step aside momentarily for another media timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog basketball here on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bulldogs up 14. Still about the same deficit that Scott's had coming out of the half. So Bulldogs doing a great job answering back buckets that the Scots get, trying to keep this game as far to reach for the Scots as possible. Still a 5-possession game if the Scots hit threes. So Bulldogs doing a great job defensively and offensively answering back when their defense lacks a little bit and gives up a bucket.
Yeah, the Bulldog offense really coming around here after a strong defensive first half. And especially at the slow start there to the second half the Bulldogs had where Alma Scots cut it to 10. They've really kind of just been halted up. The Scots haven't got much going on offense, really have had trouble putting balls in the basket.
Inbound goes to Dallas, back to Welch. Welch took a couple of steps and then handed it off to Carson Lutz. Lutz working against Sykes. Sykes gets a little too aggressive, gets his fourth.
And that's not what you want, especially from one of your better scorers and playmakers in Elijah Sykes. And that is going to send the Bulldogs to the line. So Sykes fourth with about 8 minutes to go, and now the Bulldogs are in bonus the rest of the way. So we've seen Alma foul a lot in the first half and now in the second half with 8 minutes to go here. Bulldogs going to be shooting the rest of the way.
Luke's got the first one to go, so gets the second one. Gets the second one to fall as well. Extends the Bulldogs' lead to 16. Josh Bradley working up the court now for the Scots, working against Jeremiah Dallas. Kicks it over to Logan St. Martin. Sets the screen this time. Dumps it in. Great pass by Josh Bradley to Logan St. Martin. Dallas working against Bradley, working up the court. Gets room, had a shot but didn't take it. Welch to Logan. Sets the screen. Lutz working against Donovan Collins. Kicks to Rager. Rager inside to Welch. Welch against Logan St. Martin and gets it back.
Welch, good finish there. Goes up and uses the glass to get over St. Martin, who didn't even jump to contest that one.
St. Martin working against Welch over to Sykes. Sykes to the free throw line. Free throw line jumper's good.
Like I said, Sykes is going to have to play a big role in this one if the Scots want to come back.
Welch working up the court, trying to get the ball to one of his guards. Gets over to Rager. Rager telling everybody to clear out, give him a little bit of space to work. Screen by Welch. Rager drives. Fall away, layup, no good. Rager's in pain yet again.
Jumps up and creates the contest from St. Martin and goes right into the contact, and I think he fell down on his elbow. Yeah.
Shooting elbow again for Luke Rager. Taking a lot of hits in this game. It's not going to help him out later down along this line, especially if it starts to affect him shooting.
Down there writhing in some pain. I think as soon as the Bulldogs can kind of say, okay, this one's in the bag, which might not be until late in the game, then I think head coach Tim Kaiser is going to take him out. Don't have really another ball handler. Van Lenningham's been sitting on the bench for a while.
Rager gets the first of 2 to go.
Didn't affect his shot that much, I guess. Might not see him attempt another three-pointer, though.
That's where the strain usually comes from, is the longer shots. So see if that affects his ability to do that.
Yeah, and his shot form is really reliant on that elbow.
Ball gets kicked up to Sykes, working against Lutz. A little step back off the rim and off of Jeremiah Dallas, who thinks he got shoved. Didn't get a call, but Scott's ball underneath. Out to Josh Bradley, over to Sykes. Inside to Logan St. Martin. Working against Welch. Hook, no good. And Sykes tried to save it. Throws it right into Seth Logan's hands. Lutz pushes up, slows down, lets everybody catch back up. Works it up top, kicks it to Welch, kicks it to Rager. Back to Lutz, back to Rager. Welch with a screen. Pass over to Welch. Welch with a sidestep 3, no good. Jeremiah Dallas with the rebound, kicks it back out to Welch. Welch dribbles back, kicks it over to Rager. Rager trying to get the guys to set up. Sets a false side screen. Rager gets it, and 1 to go.
Big bucket there from Luke Rager. Through the contact, gets the and 1, and the bucket.
Great job by Rager, driving right against the screen. Got his guy to bite on the screen, drove off of it. Great job using the backboard to finish.
Really nice ball movement there from the Bulldogs, and especially Jeremiah Dallas just coming through with the offensive board to give the Bulldogs a second life.
Rager gets it to go, extends the Bulldogs' lead to 18. A little bit of a size disadvantage there for the Bulldogs. Had Lutz against St. Martin. Welch fouls Donovan Collins.
Now the next one will be bonus for the Scots. For now, it's just a foul on the ground, and Scots will have to contend out of bounds underneath.
Gets it to St. Martin. He gives it back to Sykes. Sykes, no question about it, out of the hand. As the Scots call a timeout. We'll step aside momentarily. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog basketball on ACTV.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Alma Scots called a timeout there after the made 3, trying to go over a little bit of game planning here, trying to figure out what they can do to call back into this game against the Bulldogs.
Well, it's going to start with that, getting a three-pointer there off the inbound, a pretty simple play, but it was effective. And you got to hit some shots down the stretch, and you got to get some stops. Bulldogs have almost gone down each time and at least gotten a bucket or a good look at one. So for Alma, you really got to get some stops and capitalize on your own offensive chances.
Rager to Welch. Welch over to Lutz. Back to Rager. Rager pulls it out a little bit. Tries to get the set up. Welch comes up, fakes the screen. Rager drives off of it. Down to Dallas. Blocks called against Sykes.
Yeah, tough call there, and looks like that's going to be his 5th. It's Elijah Sykes, the freshman from Sacramento, California, we head to the bench. A tough blocking call there. And Sykes that's huge. She's one of the leading scorer outside of Heisman, who also left earlier in the game. And Sykes leaves with 7 points in 20 minutes. He was 2 for 6 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3.
Yeah, definitely something you want to see for the Bulldogs, attacking and getting him in foul trouble and then capitalizing on that. Now as Rager makes his first of 2. Rager also gets the second one to fall. Rodich and Bradley working together. Bradley taking it up. Working against Lutz. Over to St. Martin. Little flip handoff back to Bradley. Working against Lutz over to Welch. Got the ball poked away. Rodich was right there. Over to Donovan Collins. Donovan Collins to Bradley. Bradley from the corner off the front of the rim. Seth Logan couldn't handle it and then gets it. Darius Welch working up the court. Off the top of the rim. Dallas is right there and finishes.
What an effort there. Seth Logan just laying out to make the pass, and then Welch with the initial attempt, and Dallas there to clean it up.
Rodich answers right back.
Alma's going to need some quick buckets too early in the shot clock. They can't afford to take 20 seconds off of it.
Rager trying to get everybody to slow down, kill as much time as possible. Over to Welch. Welch to Lutz. Going for foul trap against St. Martin. As we'll step aside for another media timeout. Don't go anywhere. We're watching Bulldog basketball on ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just a reminder, ACTV broadcasts are fully student-ran. Myself, Dakota Clift, and Nathan Linder here, my caller, commentator, and director today, doubling up. So, students calling shots, running things here, so definitely something that helps us get a lot more real-world experience.
Yeah, just a little crew for us tonight, you and me, because this is a BCSN simulcast, as you see in the graphic up there a couple of times. So that's where all the cameras are coming from, and the graphics as well. So my job is a little easier there on the director's side. Just got to play the commercials over everyone else and those little pop-ups that you saw.
Lutz gets the first one to fall, extends the Bulldogs' lead back to 18. Gets the second one to fall as well. Bradley working up the court now. Lutz there meeting half court. Bradley working towards the corner. Over to Rodich. Rodich against Dallas. Drives to the left. Stops, spins back around. Good little left-hand floater.
Yeah, very awkward shot there. Just looking for something, so he spin, and then put it up with the left.
Scott's running a little bit of full court trap here against the Bulldogs, trying to get any mistake they can out of the Bulldogs. Over to Lutz. Lutz splits the defenders. Over to Logan. Logan back to Lutz. And a foul. Lutz will be going back to the line.
Yeah, for 2 this time in the double bonus. Dallas, they had him down low on the right block, but I think the Bulldogs just trying to waste as much time as possible, just get the shot clock low, under 8 seconds, under 5 seconds before they put something up. And what would even be more of a killer against Alma is if the Bulldogs put a shot up and miss off the rim and get an offensive rebound to have another 20 seconds on the shot clock. They could burn close to a minute in one possession.
Let's shoot in the second here. Got both to fall. Bradley bringing the ball up again. Goes to the right, towards the right side corner. Kicks it over to Rodich. Rodich working around the top of the key. Screen set there by Logan St. Martin over to Josh Elliott. As there's a foul against Carson Lutz. Puts the Scots in bonus for the last 30 minutes of the game.
Yeah, 1-1 for now is only the Bulldogs' 7th team foul. So making baskets with the clock stop is all you can ask for here for Alma.
Yeah, anytime that the clock's not rolling and kind of, I guess, putting you guys in do or die time is definitely what you want to see if you're the Scots. Bradley gets both the fall. Welch to Dallas. Dallas back to Welch to Rager. Rager to Welch. Welch skip to Dallas, back to Rager. Rager with a pass fake. Gets him to bite. Gets trapped up top. Kicks it over to Welch. To Dallas. Back to Welch. Working around up top, trying to avoid the trap. Lutz drives through it. Kicks it over to Logan. Logan for three. Money at the buzzer for the shot clock.
And that's a perfect possession there for Adrian College. Drain it down all the way to the last second and have your best shooter, Seth Logan, make a three.
Great job by Rager diving on the loose ball, getting the timeout off, letting the Bulldogs keep possession of the ball. As we'll step aside momentarily for a timeout, don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog basketball on ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Welcome back from the timeout. Last thing for the timeout was a loose ball that Luke Rager jumped on. Call timeout laying on the floor, letting the Bulldogs keep possession instead of it being a jump ball. Bulldogs have a 20-point lead here late into this game. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left, so definitely something that the Bulldogs are looking to hold on to and continue to do is drain as much clock as possible with every possession. Get last-second shots up and try and reset the shot clock on a miss. If not, they're going to come away with a basket and extend their lead and make it harder for the Scots to claw back into this one.
Yeah, I think that last three there from Seth Logan was pretty much the dagger here. 20-point lead, 2 minutes left. It's almost a guarantee Adrian College is going to come away with the win. I think one more bucket here and that'll pretty much seal it.
A little bit of a mishap and then a double dribble called against Jeremiah Dallas. Rodich to inbound the ball for the Scots.
Should it not be 30 seconds on the shot clock?
Should be. Rodich back inside. Rodich with a spin away jumper. Good.
Well, they need it anyway.
Another timeout called, this time by the Scots. We'll be right back again after this timeout. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog basketball on ACTV.
The Adrian Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back to the Marilat Sport and Fitness Center. We're getting ready to finish the last 2 minutes of the semi-AA matchup between the Adrian College Bulldogs and Alma Scots. Bulldogs lead 87-69. Inbound to Rager. Rager gets trapped in the corner, kicks over to Lutz. Lutz almost got trapped up by half court and looked for a foul, didn't get it called.
He just completely ignored all basketball sense and was just looking for a call.
Josh Elliott over to Josh Bradley, inside to Logan St. Martin. St. Martin over Welch, gets to go.
Good move, and even though it's small, good defensive play by Welch to just stay home and not jump on the initial shot fake.
And then on the inbound, Lutz gets fouled. So Lutz will be going to the line now. If you're the Scots, you almost want him to make one, miss one, and get a rebound, and then push up the court, try and get another quick bucket.
Well, why would you want him to make one, though? Just miss them both, and then go down and make a bucket.
Kind of forgot that the Bulldogs were the ones that were in 1-and-1 bonus. Josh Elliott working up Bradley. Bradley working around the foul line. Kicks it back over to Rodich. Shot fake. Goes up with this time. Very short. Seth Logan with the rebound. Over to Jeremiah Dallas. Jeremiah Dallas kicks it over to Lutz. Lutz pushes up the floor. Gets it over half court. Going to dribble it back a little bit. Work it up top. Kick it over to Dallas. He's going to drive, kick it over to Welch, kicks to Rager. Rager to Lutz. Lutz gets fouled on his way up by Logan St. Martin.
Went for the ball, just caught his hand going down. Hard fall there for Lutz. That's going to be his fifth, according to the Longhorn on the whistle on the scores table there.
St. Martin very upset about that call. This sends Lutz back to the line for two. Gets the first to go.
Yeah, Lutz still the leading point scorer for this team. That'll be his 24th point right there. And 11 for 12 at the line. Going along with 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Make it 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, according to my stats that just updated.
And according to the scorebook over there, it's 26 points.
26 points, yeah.
And Lutz picks up his 4th foul there against Bradley underneath.
I don't think he's too worried about it.
Now with 45 seconds left.
Moving forward, this is actually a really big game that the Bulldogs have won. Before they come into today, they were tied with Alma at the 6th seed at 2-9 in the conference. And with this win, they'll split the season series. They got 2 more games to go for Adrian College, they got the University of Olivet on Wednesday, and then Albion College on next Saturday. Olivet is obviously the #1 team in the conference, so that's going to be a tough matchup, but then coming back and play Albion, who they played earlier this year. Definitely a winnable game, and if they're going to want to, they got to win one of those games if they're going to stay in the hunt and be in the MIAA tournament.
Bulldogs trying to kill as much clock as possible here. Over to Logan. Logan driving. Goes up for two. Makes it. Rodich pushes up the court. Goes up for the underhand floater. Can't get it to fall. And the Bulldogs are going to dribble it out for the last 6 seconds. Lutz shot the ball after the buzzer and made it from the volleyball line.
Well, Adrian College goes 2-0 on the week after avenging that close loss against Trine University. It was back at home a couple weeks ago. So they beat Kalamazoo on the road on Wednesday and then take down Alma here today. A really good showing here, especially defensively in that first half. Just a tremendous job. Just having active hands. They forced almost like double-digit turnovers for Alma in the first half, and a really good showing offensively. They did a really nice job. But other than that, Alma just kind of lacked the offense, and it was a really big loss as soon as Corbin Heinzman went down early in the game with an ankle injury there. Just you hate to see it. Someone else got caught underneath him, and you just turned his ankle. So unfortunate. Hopefully they can get Heinzman back if they can make the MIAA tournament. They got 2 games left, and we'll see how they roll out.
Yeah, definitely a great job today by the Bulldogs. Came out on fire offensively, played great defense as well the entire game. So Bulldogs definitely came out, were the better team in this one. Played exactly how they needed to. Come away with a win today.
Yeah, look at some of the totals. Obviously, we mentioned Carson Lutz there, and Seth Logan was the second leading scorer, 21 points, 8 for 12 from the field, and 5 for 7 from beyond the arc. So a much better showing here in today's game as opposed back in January and this cold night at Alma. And then for Alma as well, the leading scorer was Josh Bradley, had 20 points and 7 for 13 field goal attempts. It was 6 for 8 from the line, a predominant free throw shooter there for the Scots. Went along 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 4 fouls. So really nice all-around performance there from Bradley. And then right next to him would be Elijah Sykes at 12 points on 4 for 9 from the field, 2 3-pointers, had 2 free throws as well, but he fouled out only in 24 minutes played. So moving forward, both these teams got 2 games left, and Adrian College now holds the 1-game advantage over Alma, and they do have the tiebreak. They both split this season, so I'm not sure how the tiebreak is going to work. Probably something with the common opponent.
Yeah, Bulldogs definitely came out to play today. Ended up splitting the season with Alma, so not what you wanted to do, especially against a division opponent, but came out, especially with the loss of last game at Alma, and came out on fire today. Rest of the week tomorrow we have women's D2 versus Central Michigan, and then for the men's basketball, their next home game will be February 21st against Albion. That'll also be their senior day. So don't forget to tune in for that game. Come out and support the Bulldogs. And from me and Nathan Linder here today, Bulldogs won 92-72. Don't forget to tune in next time on ACTV.